Hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly. So, are you tired of sending emails manually to your contact form leads? Then I am here to automate your this task. So, in this video, we are going to learn how to automate contact form email replies using Postmark. So, in this video, my objective is to create your task hassle-free. So, as soon as you will receive a new lead from contact form 7, an email should be sent by Postmark. So, for building this integration between contact form 7 and Postmark, I am going to use an amazing automation tool, that is Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to build this no code automation, then let me take you towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, we are going to learn how to send emails via Postmark for the contact form 7 leads. So right before you on my screen, you can see I have integrated two applications, that is contact form 7 and Postmark. So now as soon as you will receive a new lead from the contact form 7, an email will be sent by Postmark. So now in this video, I am going to guide you the step-by-step process of creating this automation. But before that, we are going to test this automation which I have already built in. So for testing this automation, let's move on to my contact form 7. So here you can see this is my contact form, and now I am going to fill this form providing my first name as Smart, last name as user, email as smartuser@pabblytudes.com, and the phone number also. Now we just have to submit this form, and here you can see as I have clicked over this submit button, my form has been successfully submitted. Now let's move on to my Gmail account to check whether I am receiving an email over there or not. So here you can see I am landed to my Gmail account where I am successfully receiving this email having the subject, thanks for connecting a smart user. So now you can see that I am getting the same name which I have recently entered over my contact form. So now you can observe that the automation which I have already built in is successfully working. So you can also build an amazing automation like this by accessing Pabbly Connect. And for accessing the Pabbly Connect, you just have to type its URL over the new tab, that is pabbly.com/connect, and once you will enter the URL, you will be getting the landing page of Pabbly. And here you can see we are getting two options, that is sign in and sign up free. So if you are a new user, you can simply click over the sign up free, and if you sign up your account for free over the Pabbly Connect, you get 100 free tasks every month for practicing Pabbly Connect. And if you already have an account, you can simply click over the sign in. But before moving on forward, I am going to tell you about Pabbly Community. So here you can see this is the page of Pabbly Community where automation users, marketers and business owners gather to share their ideas, ask questions and get relevant update regarding using the Pabbly application. So you can also join Pabbly Community now and grow your business with us. And if you wish to join the Pabbly Community, you can find link in the description given below. Now let's move on to my Pabbly Connect again, and here I'm going to simply click over this sign in, and once you finish your sign up, you will be getting this all Pabbly apps page where you can see these are the products provided by Pabbly. And as we are going to integrate two applications, we will be using this Pabbly Connect app which can integrate different applications and start automating your work. So for automating this task, we have to access it by clicking on this access now button, and we will be landed to the dashboard page of Pabbly Connect, which can be seen here. And on this dashboard page, you can see these are the folders I have created, and inside these folders I have created my workflows by integrating many different applications. So if you also want to create your own folder, you just have to click over this create a new folder button, and here you have to provide the folder name, and if you want, you can even select the parent folder as well. And the next you have to click over this create button and your folder will be created. But now I am going to create a workflow. So for that, you simply have to click over this create workflow button, and here you will be getting this option for selecting the workflow builder. So here we are getting two workflow builder, that is beta, which is modern, faster and more flexible, and another workflow builder we are getting is classic, which will provide you stable and familiar approach. So here I'm going to use this newly launched workflow builder beta. So for that, you simply have to click over this select button, and here you will be getting this dialog box where you have to provide the workflow name. So now I'm going to provide a name to my workflow here. So here I'm providing it the name send Postmark emails to contact form leads, and from here I'm going to select my folder as automation. Now we just have to click over this create button, and here we are receiving this pop-up that is workflow created successfully, and we are landed to a workflow page where you can observe this option, that is adding the trigger. So now you might be wondering what is this trigger. So trigger is our first application or the application which is going to initiate a workflow. So in this case, I want to initiate my workflow as soon as I receive a new lead over my contact form 7. So here I'm going to select my trigger app as contact form 7. So now let's click over this add trigger, and here we are landed to this trigger setup page where I'm going to search for my trigger app, that is contact form 7. So now let's search for it, and here you can see as I have entered its name, I'm getting this application. So I'm going to select it, and afterwards I'm going to select my app event as new form submission. Now we just have to click over this connect button, and here you can see we are receiving this webhook URL. So this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge between contact form 7 and Pabbly Connect for building the connection. So now let's copy this webhook URL, and now let's move on towards my WordPress account, as contact form 7 is a plugin of WordPress. So here you can see I'm landed to my WordPress account, where on the sidebar you can see this option of contact which you have to select, and from here if you want to create your own contact form you can simply click over this add contact form, and if you want to use your existing form you can select this contact form. So here I'm going to use my existing form, so I'm going to select it, and here we are landed to this contact forms page where you can see these are the contact forms. So here I'm going to select this form, that is lead form. So I'm going to select it, and here you can see I'm getting my lead form, and these are the fields which I have added in my form. And here you can see this option of webhooks which you have to select, and here we are landed to this webhooks page where you can see this option of integrate and the webhook URL. So this is the place where you have to paste the webhook URL which you have recently received from your Pabbly Connect. So now I'm going to paste it, and afterwards I'm going to enable this send to webhook. Now we just have to click over this save button for saving this webhook URL, and here our contact form has been saved. Now let's move on to my Pabbly Connect to check whether it's waiting for the webhook response or not. So here you can see it is waiting for the webhook response. So for providing the webhook response we have to do the test submission, and for doing the test submission we have to fill our contact form 7 for receiving a new lead. So now let's move on to my WordPress account again, and here you can see I'm receiving this shortcut code. So now let's copy this shortcut code, and now we just have to add this shortcut code to a new page. So on the sidebar you can see this option of pages, so you just have to select it, and on this pages option we are going to select this option, that is add page, and here I'm going to select it, and as I have selected it I'm landed to this new page, and here I'm going to provide the title as new lead form. So here you can see I have provided it the title, and on the space given below I'm going to add the shortcut code which I have recently received from my contact form where I have added my webhook. So here I have added this shortcut code. Now we just have to publish this page for getting our contact form, and here you can see our page has been published. Now we just have to view the page or get the contact form 7 which we have recently created, and here you can see as I have selected it I'm getting the form where I have recently added my webhook. Now we just have to fill this form for getting a new webhook response. So here I'm going to enter my first name as demo, last name as user, email as demouser@pabblytunes.com, and the phone number as well. Now we just have to submit this form, and here you can see my form has been successfully submitted. Now let's move on to my Pabbly Connect to check whether we are receiving the response over there or not. So here you can see in my Pabbly Connect I am successfully receiving this response, that is response A, with all the fields which I have recently entered over my contact form 7. So this demonstrates that we have successfully integrated our trigger app, and you can have only one trigger app. And now with this I am going to add my action app, that is Postmark, and you can have many action applications according to your workflow. So for adding the action app we just have to click over this add new action step button, and here we are getting this action setup page where I am going to select my action app as Postmark. So now let's search for it, and here you can see I'm getting this application, so I'm going to select it, and afterwards I'm going to select my app event as send email. Now we just have to click over this connect button, and here we are landed to the connection page. So if you want to use your already built-in connection you can use this, that is select existing connection, and if you want to build a new connection you can select add new connection, and here we are getting a new connection name with this field for entering the server API token. So for getting the server API token you can take the help of this help text which will define all the steps for getting this API token. But now I am going to show you how you can get this server API token. So for getting it let's move on to my Postmark account with me. So here you can see I'm landed to my Postmark account where you can see these both servers which I have created in my account. So here I'm going to select this server, that is new server. So here I have selected it, and here you can see I'm landed to my server where you can see this option of API tokens which you have to select, and you will be landed to this API tokens page page where you can see this is my server API token, which is going to act as a bridge between Postmark and Pabbly Connect for building the connection. So now let's copy the server API token and let's paste it to the Pabbly Connect for building the connection. So here I'm going to paste it, and afterwards we just have to click over this save button, and here our connection has been created successfully and we are getting some of the fields. So the first field we are getting for entering the from email. So now I'm going to enter my from email respected to my Postmark account. So here I have entered my from email, and this field will be static, means this is not going to change with every new response. Now you might be thinking why I'm saying this, because I'm going to map my all remaining fields. Now you might be thinking what is this mapping? So mapping is the real magic of Pabbly Connect. Mapping is basically inserting the data from the previous step so that you don't have to do any manual work, as mapping makes the field dynamic. So the fields which you will map, they will change with every new responses. So here I'm going to map my to email address from the response which I'm receiving from contact form 7, as this is my previous application. And the process of mapping is simple. You just have to select the field which you want to map, and from here you have to select the application where you are getting the data. So here I'm going to select contact form 7, and here you can see I'm getting the email address, so I'm going to map it, and this field will be dynamic. And afterwards we are getting this field that is CC and BCC. So if you want to send this email to multiple recipients, you can even enter the CC and BCC as well. And now we are getting this field that is subject. So now I'm going to enter the email subject over here. So here I have entered my email subject, and after this sentence I'm going to map the name of my lead. So now let's select this contact form 7, and here you can see I'm getting its first name, so I'm going to map it, and afterwards I have mapped my last name as well. And the next field we're getting is for entering the HTML body and the text body. So if you want to enter your email in the HTML format, you can enter the HTML body, but here I'm going to enter the text body, as I'm going to enter my email in the text format. So here you can see I have entered my text body as well, and after this word dear, I'm going to add the name of my lead again. So here I'm going to map it. So here I have mapped my first name, and afterwards I'm going to map my last name. So here I have provided the name of my lead, and with the help of this mapping we are going to send personalized message to our leads. So now we are done with the text body, and afterwards we are getting this field that is track opens, which is already activated. So from this drop down you can select your track, and now we are getting some of the fields which are not necessary. So I'm going to simply click over this save and send test request, and here you can see we are receiving a positive response which demonstrate that our email might be sent to the email address of the recipient. So now let's move on to my Gmail account to check it. So here you can see in my Gmail account I am successfully receiving this email having the same subject which we have recently entered over our Pabbly Connect, that is thanks for contacting us demo user. And now you can observe that I'm getting the same name which I have recently mapped over my Pabbly Connect. So now you can see that how amazing our Pabbly Connect is. It is automating my email setup for the contact form without even a single word coding, and it can even send personalized message to your customers, and that's it. So I have built in this automation without even a single word coding within few minutes. So what are you waiting for? Start using Pabbly Connect now and create many automations for scaling up your business. And if this video is really helpful, then hit the like and subscribe button, and if you want to practice this workflow, you can find its link in the description given below. And if you have any doubt, don't forget to mention it in my comment section. So thank you for watching this video. Not only this automation, you can build many more integrations like this by just using Pabbly Connect. So if you have any doubt, you can mail us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, you can post it over the forums.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit the URL given over here. So start using Pabbly Connect for free now.